actual deals, ones that can actually get done, really make you money, and not waste your time, in the long run. But cap rates don't tell you the whole story. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Multifamily Monday episode. I am Michael Oakes, and with me, as always, is my business partner and best friend, Paul Rodriguez. How you doing today, sir?
Good, man. I'm excited to talk about these cap rates.
Me too, brother. Me too. It's something that you don't hear a lot of people talk about here. So we're very excited to talk about a new little thing. And we've talked about it before and touched on it a few times, but we wanted to really dive into it today to make sure we hammer it home. Paul, what is a cap rate, sir?
All right. So a cap rate, or the capitalization rate, is the ratio of a property, its net operating income, right, to its purchase price. So essentially it shows your expected return on your investment. It's something that's super vital. So essentially how it works, or the formula that you use, its cap rate is equal to the NOI divided by the purchase price. Then you just multiply it by 100. And so, for example, like if a property costs $1 million and it generates $100,000 in net operating income, the cap rate's at 10%. So typically in the market that we're seeing, like a really good interest or a really good cap rate would be anything higher than like a 5 or 6% cap rate. Obviously if you can get like 12% on your buy, that's great. But typically higher cap rates often mean higher returns, but they're more risk, right? So inherently the lower cap rates are safer and more stable investments, but they have a lower return. So that's kind of like a brief overview in cap rates. So Mike, how do the cap rates affect the property's value?
Yeah. Like you said, you touched on it a little bit, in say a 5 cap market, it's going to be like you'll pay more for the property, but in an 8 cap market, it's going to be cheaper and riskier. So it just all depends on where your market is. We have some free tools that we use, we'll get into here in a little bit, that really help us understand the market. Because, we can't always be boots on everywhere we're looking at properties, which it'd be nice to be in all places at once, but it's not really possible. Even for Pace and Jamil and Jerry, they got to be in one place at one time. But it can really influence a lot in the property. Like, it really just shows you like higher cap rates usually mean it's like a lower property value, lower cap rate usually means higher property values and things of that nature. So you really have to be on the lookout for how the market trends are. But Paul, what are some of those tools and things that we use to evaluate cap rates and how it helps us?
Yeah, so if you're anything like us, we like to do business across the country. And like Mike stated, we all can't be boots on ground. So we like to use a website called Cap Rate Index. And essentially what it is it's a collection of all the average cap rates in every zip code across the United States. And so you're able to type in the zip code or the county or the state, and you're actually able to get an idea of what the average market rate is for cap rates in that area, right? So if everybody's buying at a 6 cap and you see something that's at a 7 cap, there's potential there that it could be a good deal because, it's right around what the market would be. Whereas if you were to come in and let's say it's a 7 cap market, but everybody's, pitching prices at a 4 cap. So it's like, if everybody's getting a 7, you should at least be trying to get close to that. So that's kind of like the, I guess my take on it, right? And so, cap rate index is awesome. Alex Roschke showed that one to us. We use it every day now when we're evaluating these properties. But whenever we're using these cap rates for decisions, right? Like we're making a decision on whether or not we want to buy a property. Mike, how do we go about that process?
Yeah. Obviously it's a lot of due diligence, as we always harp on. It's a lot of taking those cap rates, and really diving into the financials with those cap rates and seeing what price it gets us, if it's anywhere near what the asking price is, if it's anywhere near, like, it's even in the ballpark of being an actual deal, or if they're doing the old 2x, put this on the market, get to my price and buy me out type stuff. So it really helps weed out like the deals that are pipe dreams from actual deals, ones that can actually get done, really make you money and not waste your time, in the long run. But cap rates don't tell you the whole story. That's the only thing. So don't just factor that in. You got to look at the financials, taxes, especially taxes. We have a deal that we're currently in the process of working through that taxes are a big issue with. So, yeah, make sure you look at the whole story. That's just one corner of the picture if we're going to look at this as like a full picture frame, I guess. But yeah, Paul, let these people know what else they might be able to know about these things and anything we might have for them. But folks, that's it for me. Thank you. And Paul, let's wrap this baby up.
Yeah, so cap rates are a key metric in multifamily investing. If you understand how they work, you're better equipped to make smart investment decisions, right? So we always say you make money on the buy, not the sell. And it's so true because, you have to do your homework ahead of time, right? And a lot of times when you don't do your homework, you actually plan to fail. Whereas you should be planning always, right? And doing your homework. So if you guys have a question about cap rates, you want to reach out to us, don't forget to subscribe to Multifamily Monday. Leave us some insight, drop a comment, like, subscribe, share it to somebody who is looking to get into multifamily and learning about these cap rates. As always, we appreciate you. Have a great week.